It's 3 a.m. Your eyes open. You already know the path to the bathroom. And by the time you're back in bed, your mind is wide awake. If that's you, you're not alone. And it's not just aging. In the next few minutes, I'll show you a simple, science-based way to hydrate during the day so your nights stay quiet. No gimmicks, just a practical shift that helps you sleep deeper and wake up ready for the day. I'm Dr. Michael Grant, a urologist who spent years helping older adults reclaim their nights. Before we fix the problem, we need to understand why it happens. When you see the root cause, the solution finally makes sense. And it sticks. First, a quick definition. Nocturia means waking up one or more times to urinate at night. Many people hide it or accept it as normal. It isn't. It's common, yes, but it's also changeable once you learn how timing, hormones, and habits work together. Let me introduce you to Robert Miller, 73, a watercolor hobbyist. He was getting up 4 times a night. By afternoon, his hands trembled from fatigue, and the joy he found in painting faded. Then there's Susan Clark, 68. One dark night she hurried to the bathroom, lost her footing, and fractured her clavicle. What looked like a small nuisance spiraled into months of fear, dependence, and slow recovery. These aren't rare stories. They're everyday reminders that broken sleep reshapes how we move, think, and feel. Here's the truth. Nocturia drains energy, fogs focus, raises blood pressure, and increases the risk of falls. But the most dangerous part isn't the trip to the bathroom. It's the belief that nothing can change. In this series, I'll show you a step-by-step hydration plan designed to work with your body, not against it. Imagine sleeping through the night, steady on your feet, clear in the morning. Stay with me. Your best nights may be just a few habits away.
Before we dive into the how, here's the hope. Waking up to pee at night isn't something you just have to live with. The right medical checks and a few daily habits can dramatically cut those awakenings, or even eliminate them. Keep that in mind as we look at what's really at stake, because understanding the cost is what motivates real change. Nighttime is when the world goes dim, your balance softens, and small obstacles turn into real hazards. A throw rug, a chair leg, a corner you've walked past 1,000 times. At 2 a.m., they can catch you off guard. Add drowsiness and poor lighting, and one rushed trip to the bathroom can become a fall. Ask yourself, would your bedroom and hallway be safe for a sleepy grandchild at night? If not, they're not safe for you either. I'll never forget Harold Bennett, 74. One misstep on the way to the bathroom and he fractured his hip. The hospital stay was only the beginning. Rehab was long, painful, and humbling. His favorite hobby, tending tomatoes on his back porch, was suddenly out of reach. That single fall didn't just break a bone. It broke his independence for months. And once a fall happens, fear often moves in. You start taking smaller steps, avoiding certain rooms, skipping morning walks just in case. Mobility shrinks, confidence fades, and everyday life narrows. That quiet stress keeps your muscles tight and your posture guarded, ironically making balance worse the next time you get up at night. Even before you lie down, worry can steal your sleep. Many folks tell me they mentally trace the route to the bathroom while brushing their teeth, counting obstacles, rehearsing the trip. That pre-sleep anxiety keeps the brain alert when it should be winding down, so it takes longer to fall asleep, and the night starts in debt. Then there's your brain's night shift. Deep sleep clears waste proteins and files memories from the day. Break that rhythm again and again, and the system can't keep up. Evelyn Brooks, 69, noticed she was misplacing her keys and losing threads in conversations. We looked at her nights, 3, sometimes 4 awakenings. When we protected her sleep, her focus and recall improved. Not perfect, but meaningfully better. Fragmented nights create foggy days.
Emotionally, choppy sleep turns small annoyances into big reactions. The same traffic, the same phone call feels heavier. Irritability creeps in. Anxiety rises. Mood swings strain the patience of people you love, and your patience with yourself. It's not a character flaw, it's physiology. A tired brain manages emotions like a tired set of legs handles stairs. Every awakening is a tiny alarm for the body. Heart rate bumps up, blood pressure ticks higher. Stress hormones nudge you toward alertness. One night isn't the problem. Hundreds of nights add up. Over time, those microsurges can stack the deck against your cardiovascular health. Your heart remembers what your mind forgets by morning. Meanwhile, hormones that regulate fluid balance and kidney function struggle to keep a steady rhythm when sleep is fragmented. Inflammation inches up. The result? That heavy, unshakable daytime fatigue, like you're walking through wet sand. You can drink another cup of coffee, but it won't fix the system that's offbeat underneath. And socially, fatigue is a thief. You turn down lunch with friends, you skip church or pickleball. You stop driving in the evening because you're simply worn out. Isolation settles in, which worsens mood and makes sleep even shakier. A loop that feeds itself. Here's the point. Nocturia is not just a bathroom issue. It's a safety issue, a brain issue, a heart issue, a life issue. The good news is that you can interrupt this cycle. In the next part, I'll show you how small, strategic shifts tested in real clinics can help you sleep longer stretches, move with more confidence, and wake up feeling like yourself again. Quick pit stop. Why it happens, physiology, in 1 minute. As we age, the hormone that tells your kidneys to slow urine production at night, ADH, drops. Think of ADH as the night shift manager. After 60, that manager clocks out early, so your kidneys keep working like it's daytime. 2 more pieces complete the picture. First, the bladder often becomes less tolerant, sending time to go signals sooner, even with smaller volumes. Second, fluids that pooled in your legs all day, hello evening ankle swelling, flow back into circulation when you lie down. That extra fluid reaches the kidneys, fills the bladder, and wakes you up. For folks like Frank Miller, 72, timing, not just intake, is the real culprit. Myths and common mistakes. Before we build your new nighttime routine, we need to clear out 3 stubborn myths. If you've tried to power through nocturia and nothing has changed, chances are one or all of these beliefs is quietly working against you. As we walk through them, notice which one sounds like your story. That moment of recognition is where change begins. Myth number 1. If I drink less water, I'll wake up less. On paper, it seems logical. Less in, less out. But your body isn't a spreadsheet. When you drink too little during the day, your urine becomes highly concentrated, like lemon on a paper cut. That irritates the bladder lining, makes it more sensitive, and triggers urgent signals even when the volume is small. By late afternoon, thirst catches up. You chug water with dinner, or worse, between 7 and 10 p.m. And now you've set up your kidneys to ramp production exactly when you want them quiet. Let me introduce Linda Parker, 66. She prided herself on being careful with water so she wouldn't run to the restroom. Mornings, a small coffee. Lunch, a few sips. By 6 p.m., she was parched and drank 2 big glasses with her evening meal. Most nights, she woke up at 1:30 and 3:45. When we shifted her intake earlier, steady sips in the morning, most fluids before 4 p.m., and only small sips with dinner, the urgency eased. Her urine diluted just enough to stop irritating the bladder, and those middle-of-the-night wake-ups dropped. Ask yourself, are you restricting water all day and making up for it at night? If so, it isn't a weak bladder, it's a timing problem. Your goal isn't less water, it's smarter water. Earlier, steadier, and lighter in the evening. A brief reset. When you understand that concentration and timing matter more than sheer volume, the path forward gets clearer. The target is a calm bladder and quiet kidneys at night, not dehydration by day. Myth number 2. I just have a small bladder. Many people accept this as fate. My mom had the same problem, so I must have a tiny tank. But most nighttime trips aren't about the size of the reservoir. They're about the factory that's filling it. At night, a hormone called ADH, your antidiuretic hormone, should tell the kidneys to slow down. With age, ADH's night shift memo gets weaker, so the kidneys keep producing like it's daylight. Then there's fluid redistribution. If your ankles puff up in the afternoon, that fluid can return to circulation when you lie down, pass through the kidneys, and head straight to the bladder after midnight. Meet Daniel Rivera, 71. He was convinced his issue was hereditary. We all have tiny bladders. By evening, his socks left deep marks on his ankles. At 2 a.m., he'd be up, sometimes twice. We tested a different story. An earlier hydration window, leg elevation for an hour before bed, and a 2-hour liquid cutoff before lights out. We also had him try double voiding at bedtime. Sit, fully relax, wait 30 to 60 seconds, then lean slightly forward and try again. Within 2 weeks, his small bladder felt a lot bigger, even though it hadn't changed size at all. What changed was nighttime production and what was entering the tank. Here's the takeaway. Your bladder is trainable. It adapts to gentler signals when the kidneys aren't flooding it after midnight. If you've been blaming tiny bladder, consider this reframing. I can train my bladder, and I can turn down the factory at night. Another quick checkpoint. If the story shifts from "my body is broken" to "my rhythm is off," you've just opened the door to solutions that actually stick.
Myth number 3. A nightcap helps me sleep.
Alcohol feels relaxing because it sedates you, but sedation isn't the same as restorative sleep. A glass of wine, a beer, or a small pour of bourbon can blunt the deep sleep phases your brain needs to clean house and store memories. Worse, alcohol suppresses ADH, the very hormone that should protect your sleep by slowing urine production. It's like releasing the handbrake on your kidneys. Production goes up, the bladder fills faster, and you pop awake, often in the second half of the night, the exact hours you hoped to sleep through. Consider Martha Jenkins, 62. She swore her nightly Pinot was medicinal. She fell asleep quickly, but woke at 2:30, then again at 4:15. We tried a 3-week experiment. No alcohol within 4 to 5 hours of bedtime. She replaced the wine ritual with a wind-down routine. Dim lights, gentle stretching, a warm shower, and a cup of non-caffeinated, non-diuretic herbal tea before her 2-hour fluid cutoff. Her awakenings dropped from 4 to 1. Same woman, same house, same bladder. Different chemistry and timing. If you enjoy a drink, the message isn't moral, it's mechanical. The worst time for alcohol is the evening window when your brain and kidneys are preparing for the night shift. Move it to earlier in the day, or limit it to alcohol-free nights if sleep is your priority. Your morning clarity will confirm the trade was worth it.
Now you've cleared the 3 biggest roadblocks: underhydrating by day, blaming a small bladder, and trusting a nightcap to help. In the next section, I'll walk you through a step-by-step plan that works with your biology: earlier hydration, a gentle evening descent, a smart cutoff, and a few proven tactics that calm the system at night. If this resonates, subscribe and stay with me. Better nights aren't about willpower. They're about timing, chemistry, and tiny habits done consistently. Your best sleep can still be ahead. Now we get to the part that can change your nights. The 5-step ASSE method. 5 small habits. Advance, drink earlier. Smooth, evening taper. Set, smart cutoff. Electrolyte, morning electrolyte anchor. And dinner A, landing dinner, don't require extra willpower.
They simply change timing and how you drink/eat, so your body can do the night work on its own. If you take diuretics or have heart/kidney conditions, check with your clinician before adjusting fluids. Step 1. Advance hydration. First move. Front-load most of your fluids into the first half of the day. Target approximately 75% of daily liquids before 4 p.m., so your kidneys work by day and your bladder rests at night. How to do it? Park a water bottle next to your morning coffee. Sip small and steady. Don't wait for thirst. Keep gentle sipping from late morning into early afternoon, so by mid-afternoon you're already well hydrated. Cues. Set a light hourly chime until 2 p.m. By midday, your urine should be light straw. Summary. This is rhythm, not chugging. Advancing fluids helps your body work with the night, not against it. Step 2. Smooth transition into evening. Second move. Taper. Don't go dry. A hard cutoff after 5 p.m. backfires. Bedtime thirst keeps you sipping. From about 4 p.m. to dinner. If you're thirsty, take half-glass sips. Aim to eat dinner greater than or equal to 3 hours before bed. With the meal, only small sips to swallow. This is a signal to your kidneys. Night shift is coming. Slow down. Tips and summary. Plate, then sip. Serve food first. Evening dimmer. As lights go down, sipping slows. Decline automatic refills. Ask for a smaller glass/lemon wedge. A gentle taper equals smoother digestion. No late fluid surge. Fewer 2 a.m. alerts. Step 3. Set a smart cutoff. Sacred zone. Third move. Create a liquid-free window for the last approximately 2 hours before sleep. Your protected runway. Dry mouth? Keep the sacred zone. Take only tiny wetting sips or swish and spit. Add nose breathing with longer exhales to quiet the urge to drink. Summary. Pick a clear cutoff and treat it as sacred, so your kidneys wind down and your bladder stays quiet after midnight. Step 4. Electrolyte anchor, morning. Fourth move. Your first glass sets the day's hydration rhythm. Add a pinch of unrefined sea salt plus a squeeze of fresh lemon. Why? Sodium, Na+, helps water enter cells. Potassium, K+, in lemon, balances the flow. Better cellular hydration, fewer cramps or dry mouth, without excess urination. How-to and summary. Room temperature water, small pinch of salt, quick lemon squeeze right after waking, then steady sips through the morning. Note, if you're on sodium restriction, skip the salt. Lemon water still helps. Anchor early so the evening taper and sacred zone feel easy. Step 5. Dinner that calms, not floods. Fifth move. Let dinner be your landing gear. At night, some light foods actually flood the system. In the evening, avoid soups or very juicy fruits, for example watermelon. Rapid fluid load. Spicy/acidic foods arrow bladder irritation. Sugary/simple carbs, glucose spikes, osmotic diuresis. Caffeine after approximately 2 p.m. Even decaf or green tea can nudge wakefulness. Choose instead a moderate portion of lean protein, chicken, fish, eggs, plus cooked vegetables, easier on evening digestion. This steadies glucose/insulin overnight and reduces those 3 a.m. jitters. Summary. Each evening you're sending one message. Slow down. Land softly. A calming plate lowers system noise, helping your bladder, heart, and brain reach deep sleep. Here's the best news of the night. Nocturia is changeable. When you work with your biology, acknowledging the age-related ADH slowdown, shifting fluids earlier, and choosing a calming dinner with gentle evening habits, your nights begin to settle. The ASSE method plus 3 simple supports, double voiding, the gravity elevator, and salt control mean fewer awakenings, safer steps, or none at all, and clearer, steadier mornings that are kinder to your heart. If you use diuretics or have heart kidney conditions, check with your clinician as you adjust fluids. Give yourself a 1-week reset. Cut off hold a 2-hour liquid-free window before bed. Anchor start the day with your morning hydration, and lemon water anchor if appropriate. Calm plate, keep dinner steady and soothing. Reinforce use the 3 support techniques nightly. Track your wake-ups. You'll likely watch the curve bend down. If this helped, subscribe so you won't miss the follow-up. A 5-minute wind-down routine to prime your nervous system, and a printable checklist you can put on the fridge. And share in the comments, what cutoff time works for you? Which technique moved the needle most? Your story might be the nudge someone else needs tonight.